Pratpana Sahasra Vikrita Vishvam Bhara Mandalaya Anantaya Nagarajaya Namaha And exhale, release the hands. Inhale, reach, spreading the back of the body, maybe pressing out on the heels. And exhale, all the way down. Inhale, roll the breath up the front of the spine, lift the gaze. And then exhale and fold once again. Inhale, rise all the way back up. Press the shoulders forward, reach. And exhale, back to the beginning. Again, inhale and reach. And exhale, keep the length by taking the sitting bones way back and fingers forward. Then all the way down. Inhale, roll the breath up the front of the spine. And exhale, fold in again. Inhale slowly, all the way back up. And exhale, back to the beginning. One more like that. Inhale, broadening the back of the body, reach. And exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, uncoil. And exhale, fold in again. Inhale, rise all the way back up and reach. And exhale, back to the beginning. Full Surya, namaskar, A. Inhale and reach. And exhale, all the way down. Inhale, uncoil. And exhale, go back to Chaturanga. Inhale, wave to Urdhva Mukha. And exhale back, Adha Mukha. Holding tone in the vocal cords so that the breath resonates through all the hollow spaces of the body. And allowing the body to move naturally with the breath so you give space for the inhale to expand and for the exhale to slide out and to empty the body completely. Take one more full breath here. And then when you're ready, come forward to your feet. Inhale, get length. And exhale, fold down. Inhale, rising up. Press the shoulders forward as you reach. And exhale, back to the beginning. Again, inhale, spread the back of the body. And exhale, keep the length as you descend. Inhale, uncoil, lift the gaze, and exhale, go back to Chaturanga. Inhale, wave to upward facing, and exhale back, downward facing. And as you breathe, visualize the support of the earth lifting from the arches of the feet up through the pelvis to the heart. On the inhale, feel the heart lift and spread. Then on the exhale, let it slide forward and down through the arms and hands back into the earth. And let the whole body move with that visualization. to give the sensation of that movement full clarity. Take one more full breath here. And then when you're ready, come forward to your feet and inhale, get length. And exhale, fold. Inhale, rising up. And reach. And exhale. Back to the beginning. Inhale and reach. And exhale. All the way down. Inhale, uncoil. And exhale, go back to chaturanga. Inhale, wave to upward facing. Let the heart lift and spread. And exhale back, downward facing. Again, and always tracing the breath with your attention up into the heart on the inhale from the lowest places in the body. And from the heart forward and out on the exhale. And feel the breath slide right through the skull and through the crown of the head. Releasing mental tension with the out-breath to create a sense of space in your awareness. One more. Then come forward to your feet and inhale, get length. And exhale, fold. Inhale, rising up, broadening the back of the body, press out on the heels. And exhale, back to the beginning. Then take a free breath in. And exhale, bend the knees, touch the earth. Surya namaskar B. Inhale, reach to Utkatasana. And exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, uncoil. Lift the gaze and exhale, go back to chaturanga. Inhale, wave to upward facing, rolling the shoulders back and lift. And exhale through downward facing, step the right foot forward, finishing the exhale there. Then inhale and reach. And exhale all the way back to chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing. And exhale through downward facing, step the left foot forward. Then inhale and reach. And exhale to chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing. And exhale back. Downward facing. Letting the spine undulate naturally with the breath. So you might allow your center of gravity to shift forward slightly as you inhale and as the heart lifts. And then to use the hands to push your hips back as you exhale, getting even longer in the spine. And diving the pubic bones back toward the coccyx. One more here. All the way to empty, then come forward to your feet. Inhale, get length. And exhale, fold. Bend the knees deeply. Inhale, reach to Utkatasana. Stand tall, exhale, through Samastitihi, touch the earth again. Inhale, reach to Utkatasana, and exhale, fold down. Inhale, uncoil, and exhale, go back to Chaturanga. Inhale, wave to upward facing, and exhale back through downward facing, step the right foot forward, then inhale and reach. And exhale to chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing. And exhale back through downward facing. Step the left foot forward. Inhale and reach. And exhale to chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing. And exhale back. Downward facing. And still riding the wave of the breath through the full length of the body. Letting the heart and the head rise and fall in sequence. Lifting and spreading on the inhale. Dropping and emptying on the exhale. One more full breath here. And empty of breath, come forward to your feet and inhale, get length. And exhale, fold down. Bend the knees deeply. Inhale, reach to Utkatasana. Stand tall. Exhale through Samasthiti once more. Inhale, reach to Utkatasana. And exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, uncoil. And exhale, go back to Chaturanga. Inhale, wave to upward facing. And exhale, go back through downward facing. Step the right foot forward then. Inhale and reach. And exhale to Chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing. And exhale, go back through Adho Mukha. Step the left foot forward. Then inhale and reach. And exhale to Chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing. And exhale back, downward facing. Letting the breath flow through the full length of the body. Using the musculature right across the front of the pelvis to help lift the support of the apana from the pelvis behind the belly to the heart, especially as you inhale. All the way to empty then. When you're ready, step forward to your feet again. Inhale, get length. And exhale, fold down. Then bend the knees deeply. Inhale and reach. Stand tall. And exhale, bend the knees, touch the earth again. Uttanasana. Inhale, lift your sitting bones high. Hollow the belly. And then exhale, fold all the way down, letting the head hang toward the earth. With each breath, visualize the inhale rising from the arches of the feet up through the pelvis. As you exhale, let the breath fall down the back of the spine, through the crown, back into the earth. And let the weight of the head hang so that the cervical spine releases. One more. Then inhale, lift the gaze. And exhale, go back to Chaturanga. Inhale when you're ready, waving up. And exhale, go back. Step the right foot forward between the hands for Trikonasana. When you're ready, inhale, reach. So maybe your hand is flat on the ground to the outside of your foot, or maybe your hand is on a block or on your shin. Find a way of holding it where you feel like the pose comes together well for you, so that you can really feel the action of lifting support from the earth up through the pelvis to the heart as you inhale, and letting it radiate from the heart out as you exhale. One more inhale here. And then as you exhale, shift the weight forward into Ardha Chandrasana. So bring the right hand down, turn to the left and reach. Spread the back of the body, make the back of the spine long. Press through your back heel, forward through the crown. Maybe you use the hand on the floor to push your center of gravity back just a little so that the pelvis isn't going forward of your foot. And see if that helps open it up even more. Take one more inhale. And then exhale, turn, descend, and fold over the line of the front leg. And if your leg hyperextends, you might keep the leg slightly bent as you fold over it. Then inhale, high plank, and exhale to Chaturanga. Inhale to Urdhva Mukha, and exhale back through Adho Mukha. Step the left foot forward, Trikonasana, second side. When you're ready, reach. Engage the external rotators slightly in both legs and gently draw the sitting bones toward one another. Press the feet away from each other, but feel the breath slide up the insides of the legs as you inhale. One more inhale. And then as you exhale, shift the weight forward into the left foot and left hand, turning to the right. For Ardha Chandrasana, second side, push back through your heel. Find a little internal rotation in the raised leg to create a feeling of the front of the pelvis narrowing even as you reach long through the center line. One more inhale. And exhale, turn and descend and fold over the line of the left leg. Inhale to a high plank and exhale to Chaturanga. Inhale, wave to upward facing and exhale back through downward facing. Step the right foot forward. Revolved triangle, Parivrtta Trikonasana. Turning to your right. Draw the right hip back. Let the tailbone fall. Let the left hip sink toward the earth so that you're broadening in the back of the pelvis. As you inhale, lift support. As you exhale, deepen into the twist and broaden across the heart. One more inhale. And then exhale, shift the weight forward into the right foot and left hand, letting the left foot lift behind you. Parivrtta Ardha Chandrasana. And for this one, it might help to extend through the back foot rather than flexing as you did in the other Ardha Chandrasana, because that might help you to straighten and lift the back leg. One more inhale. And then exhale, turn, descend, and fold over the line of the front leg. Inhale, high plank, and exhale to Chaturanga. Inhale to Urdhva Mukha, and exhale back through Adho Mukha. Step the left foot forward. Parivrtta Trikonasana, second side. Trying to find a feeling of the pelvis narrowing in the front. The inner arches of the feet are lifting. And with the inhale, support rises from the earth, up the legs, through the pelvis, all the way to the heart. One more inhale. And then exhale, shift the weight forward into the right hand. Inhale, reach the left hand up, right foot up. Parivrtta, Ardha Chandrasana, second side. Here too, maybe use the grounded hand to push the pelvis back. And see if that helps you to extend through the axial line. One more inhale. And then exhale, turn, descend, and fold over the line of the left leg. Inhale, high plank. And exhale to chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing. And exhale, downward facing. Step the left foot forward for Digasana. Lift the right foot up behind you. Keep the pelvis square to the earth. Long through the center line. A feeling of hollowing out the lower belly, even here. As you finish the next exhale, let the right foot descend, come up, standing. Inhale, bring the foot out in front of you, reach the hands high, then pull back and up underneath the belly and broaden the back of the body. With the next exhale, turn to your right. Maybe you're bending the knee and taking the left hand to the outside of the knee, or maybe you're catching the heel. And either way, drop your right sitting bone, pull back and up underneath the belly, make yourself as tall as you can be. One more inhale, and exhale, slowly release. Bring the heart down into the flying position, Digasana again. Lift the front of the body into the back of the body and keep the back of the body spreading broadly. Inhale, take the hands back. And exhale, descend and fold over the line of the front leg. Inhale, high plank. And exhale to chaturanga. Inhale, wave to upward facing. And exhale back through downward facing. Step the right foot forward. Digasana sequence, second side. So come into the A position. One more. And as you exhale, let the left foot descend. Bring it out in front of you as you inhale and reach the hands high. Pull back and up underneath the belly to get even more lift and reach through the axial line. One more inhale. And exhale, turn to the left. Draw the left sitting bone in. And feel the spine rise out of the pelvis. One more inhale. And then exhale, slowly release into the deep position. A little internal spiral in the back leg even here. One more. And inhale, take the hands back. And exhale, fold over the line of the front leg. Inhale, high plank. And exhale to chaturanga. Inhale, waving up. And exhale, go back through downward facing. Step the right foot forward for Virabhadrasana. Inhale, reach. Use the strength of the front leg to press the outer edge of the back foot firmly into the earth. And then reach from that contact point up the left side of the body into the fingertips. And then let the right side of the body rise to meet it. One more inhale. And exhale. And release the fingers behind you. Inhale, straighten the front leg, roll the shoulders back, reach the knuckles toward the earth. Exhale, come forward, reaching the hands way overhead. And breathe. And if the head touches the floor, make sure that you don't drop too much weight into it. Instead, stay strong in the feet. When you're ready, inhale, come up and open to the side for the C position. Use the inhales to lift the support right up through the center of the spine from the earth into the sky. Stay with that feeling of buoyancy as you exhale. And maybe you settle deeper into the lunge. And then inhale, straighten the front leg and reach the right arm to continue the same line. And exhale, bend the right knee again and bring the right arm down, gazing off to your left. And lengthening through the lateral line. Getting reach on the inhales, sinking on the exhales. One more inhale. And exhale, turn, descend, And fold over the line of the front leg. Inhale, high plank. And exhale to chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing. And exhale through downward facing. Step the left foot forward. Same thing, second side. When you're ready, inhale, reach. From the arch of the right foot, all the way to the fingertips. Lengthening on the inhales, sinking on the exhales. Bring the hands down with the next exhale behind the back, interlace the fingers. Inhale, straighten the front leg, lift the heart, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, come forward and down, reaching the hands way overhead. Letting the spine undulate with the breath, even here. All the way to empty then. Inhale, come up and open to the side. And exhale, lunging down. Keep the tailbone heavy, pull back and up on the musculature, right in front of the pelvis. One more. And inhale, straighten the front leg, reach through the left side, and exhale, bend the left knee and come down. You can gaze right out to the side of your mat, out on the horizon, using the inhales to lengthen, and the exhales to deepen. One more inhale, and exhale, turn, descend, and fold over the front leg. Inhale, high plank, and exhale to chaturanga. Inhale to urdhva mukha, and exhale through adho mukha. Step forward to the front of the mat for utkatasana. When you're ready, inhale and reach. Let all four corners of each foot sink into the earth. Let the pelvis sink as well, even as the heart lifts and spreads. One more inhale. And exhale, turn to your left, taking the hands either in prayer position or maybe the right hand can ground. Hollow the belly, narrow the front of the pelvis, reach, gaze skyward. And you can allow the right knee to slip forward of the left knee here, no problem. It's even recommended. But keep the femur bones pointing straight ahead. One more inhale. And exhale, look down. Inhale, come up through center. And exhale, second side. Letting the tailbone sink. Broadening across the heart. One more inhale. And exhale, look down. Inhale, come back up through center. Maybe we'll hold here for a few breaths. One more inhale. And exhale, bring the hands down. Step to a high plank and inhale, or inhale and lift. And then we'll exhale to chaturanga. Inhale to Urdhva Mukha. And exhale back. Through Adho Mukha, step the right foot forward for Pristinasana. So hands out in front of you. Keep the pelvis mostly square to the earth and let it sink. Let the spine gently undulate with the breath. One more. And inhale, straighten the front leg to drag the hands back. Now you could either do what we did yesterday where you roll to the outside of your right foot, take the right hand to the inside of the knee and look over the right shoulder. Or if you want to play with this one, take your left foot out to the right, catch your heel with the palm facing up, and then bend your left elbow and right knee, straighten the left leg, gaze to your right for Parsva Bhuja Dandasana. Very good. Bend your left elbow a little more, maybe. Yes. And then when you're ready, bend your left knee. Here's the trick. If you can let go of your hand, keep pushing your foot against your right leg. Your left leg against your right leg. Then bend the left knee. And that's the trick to bringing it around without touching. So here the heel might be on the ground and you might have your hands back like that. Or maybe you're catching with one hand or both. Pulling back and up under the belly, lifting the heart. Drop the chin, gaze toward the toes and breathe. One more. And release. Take the hands down. You could step back and fold over your right leg or maybe give a lift. And then we'll all go down to chaturanga. Inhale to Urdhva Mukha. And exhale back. Adho Mukha. Step the left foot forward. Pristinasana. Second side. Letting the breath undulate through the full length of the body. One more. And inhale, straighten the left leg, drag the hands back. Then you can either roll to the outside of the left foot, straighten the left arm with the hand on the inside of the left knee and look over your left shoulder. Or keep the left foot grounded, step the right foot over to the left, catch the heel with the palm facing up so that your left arm is internally rotating. Then bend the left knee and right elbow to come down. Bring your heart forward as you push your right foot to the left and back. Then bend the right knee, bring it around, maybe not touching the foot to the floor, and then reach forward with one hand or both, catching the foot, pull back and up under the belly, lift the heart, drop the chin, gaze towards your toes. For Mahamudrasana. One more inhale and exhale, release. Inhale, lift and go back and fold, or maybe lift yourself up if you're playing with that kind of thing. And then we'll all meet in Chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing and exhale, downward facing. And let's step your right foot forward. Let's do Skandasana. And then you're going to turn to your left, bend your left knee. Your left foot is pointing back just a little bit toward the back left corner of your mat. Then bend the left knee, straighten the right leg. Bring your hands out to the left side and let the heart and the pelvis sink toward the earth. And you might need to keep a micro bend in the right knee, especially if your knees hyperextend, so that you're not hanging in the joints. Really supporting yourself with the strength of the legs. One more full breath here. And then inhale, drag the hands back, push off the left foot and come forward. Exhale, fold over the line of the front leg. Inhale, high plank, and exhale slowly to Chaturanga. Inhale to Urdhva Mukha, and exhale, go back through Adho Mukha, step the left foot forward, bend the right knee, go back, the left leg is straight. Okay. So the idea is to get your right heel down, but that won't happen for everybody, and it's no problem. If your heel is lifted, you can even push your knee forward and down to soften it. And that'll help you come lower. The left foot is arranged so that the toes are up above the left heel. That's it. Finish the next exhale, shift the weight toward the right foot. Inhale, come forward, and exhale, fold over the line of the left leg. Inhale, high plank, and exhale to Chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing, and exhale, downward facing. Inhale, get length, and exhale, come through to a seated position. Gently squeeze your sitting bones toward each other by engaging your external rotators, and then push forward through the roots of the big toes. Keep those actions in the legs, and press your heels into the floor just enough to feel the backs of the legs engage, and then engage the quadriceps so that the knees come back toward the waist, and feel how that excites your Udana Vayu, how that makes you sit up because you're being lifted from the inside. And then the hands are just lightly touching the floor. The head is fallen forward and the gaze is toward the heart. Even just, I often close my eyes here, but the inner gaze, the attention rests in the heart. Now, when we move into Paschimottanasana, we want to keep this feeling of Udana Vayu rising. And what's sustaining it is that fourfold action in the legs. So try to keep that action as you reach forward. You can bind if you like. I like to take my hands on the floor these days. Pull back and up under the belly. Lift the heart. Exhale. descend any amount. Keep the gaze forward. Try not to slump. Don't worry about getting your head down to your shins. Maybe keep the head up and just let the spine gently undulate and the pelvis move further and further toward or into an anterior tilt with each exhale. One more. Then inhale, lift the gaze, and exhale, release. And then take a vinyasa, however you do it. Maybe you roll over your feet, maybe you lift. And exhale to chaturanga. Inhale to urdhva mukha. And exhale, adho mukha. Inhale, get length. When you're ready, exhale, come through. Janu Sirsasana, left leg straight, bend the right knee, reach the hands forward. Catch the foot if you like, bind or hands on the floor. Inhale, pull back and up under the belly, hollowing the front of the pelvis, look up. And exhale, lay the spine over the line of the left leg. Letting the spine gently undulate with the breath. Lifting support by using the musculature right across the front of the pelvis. At the beginning of each inhale, one more. Then inhale, lift the gaze. And exhale, release. Take the hands down, roll over your feet or lift. And exhale to chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing. And exhale, downward facing. Inhale, get length. And exhale, come through. Second side, set it up. Inhale, pull back on your right sitting bone. Hollow out the front of the right hip. Exhale, go down. Every time you inhale, you might pull back on your right sitting bone a little so that you're creating space on the inside of the right hip for the inhale to slide up that right psoas line. As you exhale, you might extend and reach forward through the right leg, allowing that right sitting bone to go forward. One more. And then inhale, lift the gaze. And exhale, release. And take the hands down. And inhale, go back. And exhale to chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, get length. And exhale, come through. Janu Sirsasana, B. So as an Ashtanga, sitting on the inside of the ankle. If possible, have the toes visible on the inside of the left leg. But if that doesn't feel right on your right knee, then point the toes back so that they're to the outside of your leg. Make sure that whatever you do, it's kind on that right knee joint. Inhale, get length, and exhale just as before. Same basic pattern, but with a little extra stimulation in the pelvic floor. And we try to keep a steady rhythm here so we don't stay too long. So inhale, lift the gaze, and exhale, release. And maybe you can push off of your right foot here and lift to your Lolasana and exhale down. It's just like a smooth way of doing that vinyasa if that's available to you. Inhale, urdhva mukha, and exhale, adho mukha. Inhale, get length. And then when you're ready, come through for the second side. Inhale, set it up, pulling your right sitting bone back, hollowing the front of the pelvis, and then exhale, reach the heart forward. And really focus on the pelvis being the epicenter of the form. And every time you inhale, pull back, so that you're hollowing out the pelvis, but you feel the prana, the apana especially, rise from the arch of the right foot through the right psoas line and up into the heart. But you're really consolidating the apana in the pelvis with this sequence. Inhale, lift the gaze, and exhale, release. Then press off the left foot and lift, and exhale to chaturanga. Maybe inhale to upward facing, and exhale, downward facing. Inhale, get length. Exhale, come through to the C position. And here's the easiest way to do it, is you take a half step forward with your right foot. Maybe you keep your heel up, then step the left foot forward, bend the right knee, sit on the back of your right heel. If the knee goes down, that's great. And if it doesn't, you keep it lifted. So this one's different than the Ashtanga one, in that I'm sitting on my heel, like the back of my right heel is right in the perineum, right between my sitting bones, more or less, okay? And so in the beginning, it's no fun. And so you might work it here if it feels like your foot's about to explode. It probably won't. I haven't seen anyone's foot explode yet. But this will really help to open the fascia on the bottom of that right foot. It's also much gentler on the knee than the Ashtanga version. But here we go. Take your hands forward. Right? Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, fold over the line of the left leg. Inhale, lift the heart again. Exhale, fold, so that there's a rhythmic undulation with every breath. Inhale, lift the gaze, and exhale, release, and take your hands down. Then you're already standing on your right foot, right? So just lift to Lolasana and jump back. Inhale to Urdhva Mukha, nice. Exhale, Adho Mukha. So again, you can just step forward, or if you've been playing with it for a while, you can try to just jump into it. Better land softly, though. Inhale, lift the heart, and exhale over the line of the right leg. And breathe. Fantastic. One more. Inhale, lift the gaze, and exhale, release, and take the hands down. And inhale, lift, and exhale to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing, and exhale, downward facing. Inhale, get length. Exhale, jump the feet forward to the outsides of your hands and the outsides of your mat. Then turn your feet out any amount. Reach the hands out in front of you. Now you've got to keep your hips just a touch higher than your heart, but then bend the knees and bring the heart and the hips as low to the earth as they'll go. Adho Mukha Kalyasana. Really sinking the hips into the earth, but without letting the heart rise higher than the hips. Okay. Then we find our way to Kurmasana. Here's a potentially elegant way of doing it, is that you take your hands back like this, and then you slide your hands across the floor until your sitting bones go down. And then as you exhale, you slide your feet forward and you're in Kurmasana. Elegant might not have been the right word, but Sounds like a water park in here. Good. And when you're ready, soften it, bend your knees, slide the feet back, right? And then maybe you can just push off of your hands to stand. Okay. So my feet are still wide. They're wider than the mat. I angle my toes in a little bit, so my heels are a little wider than my toes. And then I straighten my arms with the fingers back, and I push my shoulders forward, and that draws me further underneath as I straighten the legs. Yes. Okay. Now some of you will take the hands back now onto the mat with the fingers forward, and you'll take your hips back and lift to Tadasana B like this. And if that doesn't happen for you, then what you can do, so you can play with this or something resembling it, or take your hands forward into Bakasana and lift. If you're in Tadasana, find your way back to Bakasana. And then we'll all jump back to Chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing. And exhale. Downward facing. And then jump forward to a squatting position like you're going to do Utkatasana. Turn your feet out, though, a bit wider than you normally would. Not all the way out, but so that your feet are basically tracking the same angle as your femur bones. Okay? Then you take your hands back with the palms down. This is Malasana. Drop your tailbone and your head toward the earth. They don't have to touch. You don't have to force it down. You're just really making space in the lower spine, both axially and laterally. So visualize like a cross on your sacrum, moving up the spine, down toward the coccyx, and then out to the sides, and let that broaden just gently. And then take your hands forward, Bakasana. Okay. So we lift, flexing the ankles. And then when you're ready, jump back to a high plank and exhale to Chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing and exhale downward facing. So against my better judgment, we're going to do another one. So this is optional, but maybe you bring your head down. Basically, we're all going to do another Bakasana, okay? But you might play with coming into it like this. Put your head on the floor, if that's reasonable for you. Come into a kind of tripod position. And then you could just step forward with your knees like that. And then drop your pelvis, straighten the arms, and shift the weight forward to lift into it. Or some of you might even come all the way up to a full headstand and then back down and lift. So Bakasana either way. Yes. That lift is more of a balancing trick than it is a strength move. Okay? When you're ready, maybe you go back down, or you just jump back to Chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Good, clean, fun. Inhale, get length. Exhale, come through. Kalasana. Just as we did yesterday, but I'll show you Some other variations, just things that you can do with your hand. If this works well for you and you want to stay with that, stay with that. You could also reach down and catch the outside of your right foot, and that'll deepen it a little more. Or another variation is to bind. And what helps get the bind is that you lean back, lift the foot, then wrap your left arm around, then shift the weight back forward. Then you can reach behind with your right hand and catch the left hand. Aaron, just turn the other way. Or actually, yeah, that's it. If you and the person next to you are facing one another, somebody's doing it backwards. Then lean back and bend your left knee so the foot comes back by the hip, and then shift the weight back forward. Or you can if you have to let go of the bind, no problem. But that's the trick to doing it without letting go. And then inhale, get length, really lifting the heart. Exhale, deepen into the twist. But all the while, in any seated twist, keep pushing your tailbone forward and drawing the top of the pelvis slightly back, as if to bring the pelvis into a posterior tilt, because that'll create more space in the sacroiliac joint so that there's no grinding between the bones. One more. Then inhale, look forward and release. And exhale, take the hands down. Step or lift back to a high plank. And exhale to chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing. And exhale, downward facing. Inhale, get length. And exhale, come through. Second side. So step your left foot over the right leg. The palm can be facing up with the elbow to the outside of the knee, or maybe you reach down and catch the outside of your left foot, or maybe you bind. And they're all wonderful variations, so you can just pick one day, pick a different one another day, or whichever ones come together well for you. One more inhale. Exhale, deepen, then inhale, look forward and release. And exhale. Step to a high plank. Inhale there, and exhale to chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing, and exhale back, downward facing. Inhale, get length. Exhale, come through. Mukhalasana. So you start much like Baddha Konasana, okay? And maybe it'll even more, maybe Baddha Konasana is more your speed. So you're going to kind of open the feet and take the hands forward like this. Keep pushing your tailbone forward and pulling back and up on the pubic bones, even as you allow the pelvis to tilt forward. And this is sort of the white variation. The gray variation would be to lift your sitting bones off the floor and come further forward. And then the black variation would be to take your arms back underneath your knees and then press the knees back toward the floor, and that's full Mukhalasana. And then slowly release, and you're going to start to rise and turn the feet out. I think this has been done in this room many times. Because for those of you who are online and don't know, we're in a ballet studio. So this should go well, but we'll see. And then maybe take Jnana Mudra with your hands. Straighten your legs. Gaze towards your heart. One more inhale. And then exhale. Be gentle with your knees. If you need to decrease the angle of your feet, no problem. But you're going to fold forward. And maybe if you're flexy, you can take your hands way back behind your feet and even lean your hips back. But either way, you're just doing a forward fold here and letting the head hang toward the earth with the feet still turned out some reasonable amount. Then inhale, look forward, turn your toes back forward, just like you're in Surya namaskar. And exhale, go back and lower to chaturanga. Inhale to Urdhva Mukha. And exhale, Adho Mukha. Inhale, get length. And exhale, come through. Harapidasana, inhale, sit up, just like yesterday. Yay, exhale, lie back. Inhale, lift the feet, that's the spirit. Exhale, bend the knees, bring them toward the chest. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bring the knees in. If it feels kind of severe on your lower back, then you might consider holding your feet higher above the earth when you extend your legs, and that should soften it. You should feel it more in the lower belly than the lower back. So make sure that you're doing it in such a way that that is the case. Is that 8? Are we there yet? Okay. Straighten the legs, inhale, sit up, and exhale. Take the hands back. Inhale, lift to Purvottanasana, and exhale there. Inhale there, and exhale back down. Inhale, sitting up, and exhale, lie back. Inhale, lift the feet, and exhale, squeeze in, lifting the sacrum off the floor. Inhale, open. Exhale, squeeze in. You can use your hands on the floor in the moment that you lift your sacrum, not only to help stabilize, but even to help deepen into the coiling pattern. And when you're ready, sitting up, and exhale. Take the hands back. Inhale, lift to Purvottanasana, and exhale there. Inhale there, and exhale back down. Inhale, sitting up, and exhale, lie back. Last one. Inhale, lift the feet. Exhale, coil. Inhale, open, and exhale, coil. Inhale, open, exhale, coil. Inhale, open, exhale, coil. 4 more. I like to point the toes as I straighten the legs in this one, and then flex the ankles as I'm coiling in. Let's do 1 more, and then hold the knees up toward the shoulders, lifting the sacrum off the floor. Pause there. And then straighten the legs, bring them swiftly to the floor to sit up as you inhale and exhale. Take the hands back, inhale, lift, and exhale there. Inhale there, and exhale back down. Take a vinyasa however you like, but because that was a supine posture, you might consider chakrasana, if that's available for you. Inhale to upward facing. And exhale, downward facing. Inhale, get length. Exhale, come through. Lie back again. Bend your left knee. Hold the heel with the left hand on the inside and push with your left elbow so that the left knee is moving away from your left shoulder, and then draw it down toward the floor. And then with your right hand, you can reach it straight out to the side, or if it feels natural, maybe even above the head with the thumb pointing toward the earth. And breathe long through the right psoas line. One more. And release. Bend the right knee now. Catch the foot on the heel with the palm of the right hand, fingers on the outside of the heel. Push your knee away from your right shoulder and then draw it down toward the earth using the strength of the right arm. Breathe through the left psoas line. And release. And then bring both feet up. And you can do what we just did symmetrically, the happy baby pose. If you want, you could also even consider straightening the legs, drawing the heels down. Maybe you can even press the sacrum back to the earth. But holding the back of the heels just the same. And inhale, bring the feet back up. And exhale, either bring them swiftly to the floor to sit up or take chakrasana. Move through a vinyasa, however it feels natural to do so. And then on into Shalabhasana. So inhale, high plank. Exhale, lower. And all the way down. Scoot the rib cage forward so that you're long through the belly. Spiral the legs internally, lift the heart, lift the feet. Keep the chin up, but gaze slightly forward and down. And switch the hands to the B position. So take the hands back enough so that they're right underneath your elbows. Everything else the same. One more inhale. And exhale to chaturanga. Inhale, wave to upward facing. And exhale back, downward facing. Inhale, high plank. Exhale to chaturanga and all the way down. Make the belly long again. Take the left arm out in front of you. Maybe the elbow is bent and you're on the forearm. Or maybe the arm is straight, whichever feels more natural. Catch the right foot on the inside. Push the right foot back against your right hand. Reaching from the roots of the navel through the pubic bones and back into the knees to lift both knees off the floor. And then exhale, soften it so that there's no pressure on the knee. Then close the knee. Maybe you can slide the fingers to the outsides of the foot, or maybe they stay pointing back. Either way. Then reach back and up from the roots of the navel into the knees, maybe again lifting both knees off the floor. One more inhale. And exhale, release. Switch sides. Holding the left foot with the left hand thumb pointing up so you're catching the foot on the inside so that you can really roll the left shoulder back, drop your shoulder blade down the back, reach from the navel through the knees, lifting both off the floor. One more inhale. And exhale, soften so that you close the knee with no pressure. And then push the foot down toward the floor. Reach back and up, maybe lifting both knees off the floor. And exhale, release to chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing. And exhale, downward facing. Inhale, high plank. And exhale, lower to chaturanga. And all the way down. Then bend both knees. We're coming into Dhanurasana. So catch your ankles or maybe even lower down on your shins. I recommend keeping the feet flexed and the feet apart and pushing up through the heels because that keeps you more connected to the apana pattern. It helps you to spread the back of the body so that your Udana Vayu has a better chance of standing up. One more inhale, and exhale slowly, release to chaturanga. Inhale to Urdhva Mukha, and exhale, Adho Mukha. Let's step the left foot forward, and bring the right knee to the floor. So look, this one doesn't go well for everybody, right? Like this. It's like what we do here is we go like this and like this, and that doesn't go well for everybody's knees, okay? So if it doesn't go well for your knees, then do this. Just hold the knee off the floor with your hands on the ground. That will be A for you. And then B, just as we did yesterday, turn toward the bent knee and reach the opposite arm back and gaze back, all right? Okay, well, I'll just do that. Okay, let's do that. So left foot forward, right heel up. I mean, it's wonderful. It totally works. So we can all do like that. You drop the hips low, but dive the pubic bones back. Push back through your right heel, but forward through your left knee, and lift the heart at the same time. And hopefully you can have some sensation in the front of the right hip. Yes? Okay. Okay, then right hand flat. Reach the left arm back, turn to your left, drop the hips low, even push them forward and lift the heart. And breathe. And then bring the left hand forward and exhale, fold over the line of the left leg. Inhale, high plank. And exhale to chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing. And exhale, downward facing. Then step the right foot forward. Dive the pubic bones back. Push back through the left heel. Lift the heart. If possible, Mana, drop your hips even lower. Yeah, that's it. Then straighten the back leg. Push your left heel way back. Push your right knee forward at the same time and lift the heart. More sensation. Then, reach the right hand back. Gaze back over your right shoulder. Dropping the left hip low. Here too, push back into your left foot and forward through the right knee and drop the hips all at the same time. And that should broaden that left psoas line. One more inhale. And then turn forward and exhale, fold over the line of the front leg. Inhale, high plank, and exhale to chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing, and exhale back. Downward facing, inhale, get length. Exhale, come forward to your knees. Take the left foot straight out. And just as yesterday, we do Parsva Ustrasana. So left hand to your shin, or to a block or to the floor just behind the left leg. Inhale, reach the right arm high. Exhale, bring it over the line of the left leg. Side bending. One more inhale. Finish the exhale. Inhale, coming up. And exhale, bend the left knee. And bring the right foot out. Bring the right hand to the floor. Inhale, reach the left arm high. Exhale, over the line of the right leg. Beautiful. Finish the exhale with the next inhale. Come up. And bend the right knee. Inhale, lift the heart, roll the shoulders back. Ustrasana. Maybe dropping the head back. When you're ready to inhale, come up, and exhale, take the hands down, tuck the toes under, shift the weight back, and bring the knees to the chest. And sometimes it's nice to take an extra breath or two here, just releasing the lower spine. And when you're ready, back to a high plank, inhale, and exhale to chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing. And exhale, downward facing. Inhale, get length. Last one. Come forward to your knees. Do Mukta Asta Ustrasana. Okay. So, reach the left arm high. And then exhale, bring it back. You might want to block. You might put the hand on a block, or maybe you can catch your left heel, and then the right arm goes up with the inhale and back over the line of the right leg. And you're reaching back with that left hand, pushing down to help lift the heart even higher, reaching back through the toes and pushing the pelvis forward. Turn the hand so that the thumb is down and push your shoulder high. And when you're ready, inhale up and exhale. Inhale, reach the right hand high. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale, reach the left arm high. Exhale, bring it back. And you're reaching so that it goes toward parallel to the earth. When you're ready to inhale and come up, and exhale. Then inhale, lift the heart, roll the shoulders back. Last symmetric variation. You could have your hands again to the blocks or heels, or you might play with holding the hands here, or maybe taking them further back, or even reaching. This one's intense though, so only do it if it feels okay. You have to really push your shoulders up and then hold the arms parallel to the earth. When you're ready, inhale up. Exhale, come down, tuck the toes under. Shift the weight back and drop the tail so that you release the back of the spine. Maybe take an extra breath there. And then when you're ready, step to a high plank and exhale to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing, and exhale, downward facing. Inhale, get length. And exhale, come through. Urdhva Dhanurasana. So as with yesterday, if you prefer to take Setu Bandhasana, Sarvangasana, then that's just wonderful. You can do that. You can work with this one. If you'd rather go right into Urdhva Dhanurasana, then here we go. Set the hands. Come to the crown of the head and then lift. And then once you're up, regardless of which of those two positions you're in, the actions in the legs and the pelvis are the same. So you're going to push your heels down into the floor, engage your internal rotators and let the pubic bone sink toward the coccyx so that you release the musculature around the sacrum. When you're ready, you can go down, touch the head, and then come back up. You can count these. Do at least 3 of any combination of these back bends. And go down. When you're ready, number 3. And then when you're ready, take another one if you like. If you're not there yet, go ahead. But when you're finished, come into apanasana. So flex your ankles, hold your shins, close the knees, keep the feet a little wider than your sitting bones. Keep the sacrum grounded and pull the knees and indeed the shins toward the earth. Good. Then when you're ready, you can sit up. And fold forward into Paschimottanasana. Nice and easy. Hollowing the belly first. Make sure you always pull way back and up under the belly, finding that feeling of hollowness. Then let the heart sink forward any amount, but keeping it broad and open at the same time. Inhale, lift the gaze, and exhale, lie back. Tadagi Mudra. So palms flat on the floor right next to your hips, ankles flexed, hollow out from the pelvic floor to the undersurface of the diaphragm. And then breathe into that hollow space. The ankles are flexed and the heels are on the floor, slightly apart with the balls of the feet touching as if you were standing in Samastitihi. And you were suddenly frozen by Medusa's gaze and then fell over. Exhale the next breath all the way to empty. Then initiate the lift of the feet. Bring the feet up over the hips. Inhale, kick the hips high. Take the hands either to the hips. That's the way to soften it, so that the spine is maybe at 45 degrees from the earth. Or take the hands right under the shoulder blades, just below or above, I guess, because you're upside down. And then you'll be in Sarvangasana. One more inhale. And then exhaling, bring the feet overhead and interlace your fingers. Draw your shoulders closer together underneath you. Point your toes away from the crown. Then push your sitting bones back toward the front of your mat so that the feet drag toward the crown. And you decrease the angle of the cervical spine so it's less than shoulder stand. And you can do, even if your feet aren't touching the floor, you can do the same thing. And then only if it feels appropriate for your cervical spine to go so deep in flexion, you can lift the hips higher now over the shoulders and then bend the knees and drop them toward the ears. Gently squeeze the ears with the knees. And those of you who have the flexibility for it can even then use the legs to pull the head away from the shoulders so you get a little more traction in the cervical spine. All gentle actions. Then release the knees, release the hands also, put them flat on the floor, and slowly roll the spine back to the earth. When the sacrum touches, pause with the feet right over the pelvis in Viparita Karani. Such a nice feeling there. Then catch the backs of the legs just below the sitting bones. Bring the heels in close to the hips. Bring the heels to the floor. Then arch the back. Use your hands to pull your sitting bones back. You can even look up for a second like this. I always look up toward my toes, and then I go like this. And that'll help you to access more arch so that then when you go back, maybe you can really come to the crown of your head. And turn the palms up, roll the shoulders back, feel the shoulder blades lifting the heart from beneath, raising the heart toward the sky, and let the mind melt back into the earth. Keep a slight internal spiral through the legs. And just take maybe 2 more breaths. Then catch the backs of the legs, press the elbows into the floor, look up toward your toes again, and then find your way through a vinyasa. When you're ready, bring the head down, the crown of the head to the floor, interlace your fingers. You can either bring the palms to the back of the head, or maybe you half close your hands so that the wrists touch the back of the head, as you wish. And then lift your hips high. Push your elbows down into the floor. Maybe you just hold there without lifting the feet, still inverting, or bring the feet up as you wish. And it's okay to have pressure on the cervical spine and on the head, but it's nice to minimize it a little, soften it a little by really pressing through the arms so that you almost create a sense of the head just floating in the center. When you're ready, slowly, softly, return to the earth. Maybe you open your knees a little so that you can drop your belly down and bring the third eye to rest on the earth. Maybe you bring your hands back as well. It's a little more calming to bring the hands back and let the shoulders rest on the knees. And then when you're ready, come forward. Take a vinyasa. Inhale, get length. And exhale, come through. Any seated position that allows you, you don't even have to be cross-legged. I mean, you could even do it like this. This is also super nice, like legs wide, just sitting on your heels, because the important thing is that you can rest your head down onto the earth. If you can do that in lotus, fantastic. Or you could be in sukhasana or anything else that feels natural. And then focus on your exhales. Take long, emptying exhales. Each one a little longer than the last. Exhale the next breath all the way to empty. Rest in the emptiness at the end of the breath, just for as long as you're comfortable. And when you feel ready to inhale, let the breath bring you back up to a seated position. And breathe. And feel all that rising energy through the body. Let it rise and blossom out from the heart. Let the fragrance of that blossom continue to rise through the skull and through the crown into the sky above. Feel the natural warmth that radiates from that heart space. And from the glowing ember that burns beneath it. And when you're ready, bring the hands back to the earth. Find your way through a final vinyasa. And you'll come through and turn and lie back for Savasana. So with the feet just a little wider than the pelvis, the hands a little wider than the feet, draw the shoulder blades down toward the hips. And if that creates excess curvature in the lower spine, then press the heels into the floor, lift the hips, and scoot the tailbone down, so that there's a natural curve in the lower back, but not any excess. And then surrender the weight of the body back into the earth. Let any residual tension in the pelvis, insofar as it's ready to release, to flow down the legs and dissolve through the arches of the feet. Let any excess tension that's ready to release from the heart to move out through the shoulders, down the arms, and dissipate through the palms of the hands. Let the mind rest on the earth. Feel the weight of the skull sinking. Keep the crown soft and open, and release all the tension from behind the eyes. Soften across the cheekbones. And behind the roof of the mouth. Let there be space in the throat. And then let your attention settle at the center of the heart. Feel the heart as the center of your natural kindness and generosity and courage. And let the attention sink further and further into that center as the rest of the body melts back into the earth. Begin to deepen the breath. Draw the next breath into the center of the heart. And as you exhale, let it drop and spread down the back of the body to the feet. And gently move the fingers and the toes. And slowly reach the arms above the head, stretching long through the center line. And then bend the knees. And turn to the more open side. When you're ready, coming back. Swasti Prajavyaha Paripalayantam Nyayena Margena Mahim Mahishaha Go Brahmanevyaha Shubham Astu Nityam Loka Samasta Sukino Bhavantu. Shanti Shanti Shanti.